It really depends on the song. But I would say that I probably hear the bass first. I mean, I'm an alto, so I grew up singing in a choir doing thirds off of everybody else. So it's probably more my natural inclination to find the bass line and work off of that. And also then it gives the guitar more opportunities to be more expressive, if I'm not just following along that line.
Good point.
And, when we have accent and also then my voice can fit between the two, so it's a win-win.
No, fair enough. And it's interesting that you mentioned the choir, just because, in many cases, it just knows the power behind your voice in general. And, it's always interesting to me because, each band or artist I listen to or interview, each has obviously their own niche or that sort of thing. But it's always interesting when I hear the vocalist, because sometimes, the raw power, it comes from not just practice, but a lot of them have been in the choir before, and it shows just because they can hold the notes that much longer, and you can really kind of make your voice heard, as opposed to having to really crank a volume and microphone and vocals up.
Yeah, well, I was lucky because I not only had a fabulous choral program growing up and great instructors, but I was also an athlete, so I learned how to breathe properly, and that's really important when you try to project. It's like it has to come from your diaphragm. If it doesn't come from your diaphragm, you're going to damage your vocal cords. And I already scream occasionally. So, and this is my passion, so I want to keep doing it as long as possible.
No, fair enough. Now, yeah, sure. So this EP in general, when you guys wrote the songs and put them all together, was there any kind of idea behind it? Meaning, did you guys kind of put together in a certain way to kind of tell a story, or was it just these songs follow each other very well, so we'll just stack them up this way?
We wrote all this. We actually have. We have more songs that didn't even get onto the EP. So we ended up with, we have 20-something songs. And we chose, I don't think we had a plan for the EP, but we kind of chose the ones that we all were attached to.
Right.
And then we had to put them in order, and that was hectic. But nowadays people, they download stuff when they like it, so I don't think it's as important to have an overall picture, although I don't know if you hear our stuff, we have very fun songs, but we also have a political message, and I think really what we wanted people to hear is you can have fun, you can also be political, you need to be a whole person, and
right.
We're a complete individual, and really it's like Tin Man, it's everybody needs to stand up and say what they want, and get out of their phones, get out of their apartment, stop watching television, and start using your brain.
No, very good point. No, today it's all about technology, right? So, and it just
right. But it's the isolation of technology. Right. That's what Zombie is about. Zombie is about the isolation that is technology. We say we're all so connected, but we don't know anybody. We don't interact. We type. What the hell?
Couldn't agree more, and that's the thing is, how many, if you think about really how many phone calls have a lot of people made in the past, let's just say a few weeks, and chances are most of them are going to be zero, just because people text all the time now.
Right.
And so I totally completely get that.
Well, and as a musician, all these people say that they listen to so much music. How many shows do you go to? Like, go out of your house and go down to a club and watch a band.
Oh man,
go interact.
Totally agree. And there's so many good new and upcoming bands around my area as well. That I've been going to quite a few lately. So I do that. I do that quite frequently. Trust me.
Yeah, that's great. It's like people just need to figure out that you can have fun not attached to a device.
Oh yeah, exactly. And it's like these places. I mean, the cover charge, if there is any, it's like $5. It's not exactly breaking the bank.
Right.
So it kills me sometimes that there's so much stuff that people are missing out on because of a lot of stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I like being connected too, but at the same time too is I'm not a hermit. I don't stay inside the house like 24/7. No, I go to work, I go out, I go see shows, I do stuff. I'm not completely like separated from the quote unquote real world.
Right. Well, and the thing is, like here in LA, going to a movie, it's like $15-18. Go to a rock show, be there all night, and it might, and $5 to get in, and maybe $5 if you have a beer. I mean, if you're going to buy more than that for your beers, then cool. But you can't even have a beer at the movie, so
yeah.
We like our beer.
Yeah. Oh, so I prefer my whiskey, but I like my beer too. So. So I got a few more questions for you. One of the last questions here is, I know this is kind of putting you on the spot, but if both you can name 3 top influences, or at least one, like who would they be?
Top influences. Let Victoria go first.
Me? Why? Okay, so I'm the youngest, so my top influence are all from the last few years. So they include Evanescence, Paramore, Fly Lead, Scarlet. How many am I supposed to do?
3, but
I just kept going. So my
and
top
TLC
3, and definitely TLC.
Oh.
You can't tell my rap lyrics, right? So I'm left eye.
So she's left eye.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what she's saying. My top 3 influences. That's really, really hard. And I'm all over the place. So vocally, I would say that my biggest influence is probably Annie Lennox. I would say Annie Lennox, Concrete Blonde, and Joan Jett.
You know what? And the Annie Lennox, that was probably the first influence I noticed, to be honest with you. Like, very, very first one. And it really stands out, and she's a great vocalist herself, so I mean that's a really good influence to have.
Yeah, she's just amazing.
And for you, Victoria, for TLC, Left Eye, the whole thing. For those of younger age, TLC is a trio. Used to be a trio of R&B hip hop, and they've been around for a long time. So they're not new; they've been around for a while.
Okay, good. Well, I'm a new compared. Okay, so 90s and above, I guess, because that's when I was born.
The reason I'm saying Victoria is because obviously a lot of stuff happening lately where apparently people didn't know Paul McCartney was part of the Beatles and is pretty much a legend himself.
Oh,
and then
I know that.
Right, and then Missy Elliott and Katy Perry. Oh, Missy Elliott's going to become so big, and she is,
Right?
I was like,
this should have just. Why didn't she just do the halftime show?
I know, right?
Like, why?
I tell you, I was sitting watching it and I didn't know, and I was like this is awesome. I was like, oh, this is a great idea. Then I see all these tweets like, are you kidding me? Really? Like,
Yeah.
Well, all Katy Perry did for that halftime show was change her clothes.
yeah, exactly.
She was on a big, what was it, a lion?
Was it a lion?
A lion or a big, I don't know what it was.
I don't know.
She's going to hear us roar. Yeah, we're going to hear a roar. That's what we were going to do.
We did watch it.
We watched it just because we were waiting for Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm a Seahawks fan. I actually have a Seahawks
right.
cap on.
No, really. Oh.
Don't
even go there.
No. I won't. I promise.
It's actually
don't
okay.
do it.
It's okay.
Go
9
Lions!
times out of 10 it makes zero.
That's right. Go Lions. But anyways.
Yeah, why? Why throw the ball?
Oh, here we go.
But anyways.
It's all right. I'm also a huge rugby fan, so.
Right on. Well, Valerie, it's been so much fun. Victoria, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been a blast.
Thank you for having us.
And I would really like to do this again sometime. So maybe the next few months, when more stuff goes on, we'll keep in touch, obviously via Twitter, and we'll do this again very soon.
Okay, Maple Bar.
And guys, thank you again. I really appreciate taking the time to do this, especially during a track meet.
All right. It's fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. And tomorrow we will be playing one of your songs on NMS, and I think I'm going to go to Dreamland tomorrow night.
Yay.
Cool.
So, thank you again, guys, and we'll talk to you very, very soon.
All right. Talk to you soon, too. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Alright guys, that was Kivi and Victoria from Kittenhead, and that was a lot of fun. A very cool band. If you haven't checked them out yet, check them out now, and we'll be having them back on the show again, probably about, say, 3 or 4 months when more new stuff comes out. But until then, we'll talk to you tomorrow. First off, we'll have my interview with Fry Fogel, or Fogel, how you say it, at 9 p.m. Eastern. He'll be in studio at the Bone Studio here with me, and myself and Matt Anderson will be interviewing him. And then right after that, he'll be joining us for Music Saturday. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of good music for you tomorrow night, so be sure to tune in. It's going to be a hell of a rockin' Saturday. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for listening. This has been Dr. Bones. Bones out.